studios of KSBI Television in Oklahoma City, this is Oklahoma's High School Academic Challenge Bowl. Teams from your favorite Oklahoma schools compete for school pride and thousands of dollars in prize money. Made possible by the Chickasaw Nation. This is the Telly Award-winning Mind Games, the High School Edition. With your host, Ed Murray.
And welcome to this week's edition of Mind Games, the High School Edition. This is the quarterfinal round, a first matchup of these teams that have both won twice to get to this spot. It's another battle of brains for cash prizes, courtesy of the Chickasaw Nation and Ward Petroleum. Tonight, to my right, we have Yukon, the actual defending Mind Games champions. Farthest from me is Tristan Lee. I'm sorry, that's Nathan Woodcock. Farthest from me, Nathan is a senior. In the middle is the captain, Colton Box. He is a junior. And closest to me is Tristan Lee. He is a senior. Going up against Yukon, Drummond. Farthest from me is Tyler Morrison. He is a freshman. In the middle is the captain, Miles Shaddy. He is a junior. Closest to me is Aaron Cornell. He is a junior. Good luck to both teams. We have two toss-up rounds with bonus questions. Players earn money for each correct answer, and that amount goes up in each round. If a team interrupts a question and gets it wrong, the other team will get $10. There's also a Ward Petroleum Oklahoma history question worth an extra $250. There are also two flash rounds, and we begin the match with a flash round. It's a short one. We did have a coin toss before we got started. Miles, you and Drummond won that toss, so 10 questions, 30 seconds, whichever comes first. Miles, I'll need the answers from you, yes, but again, you can talk to your teammates. Ready to go, guys? Mm-hmm. 30 seconds on the clock, and go. Zamboni is Italian for ice scraper.
True.
Incorrect. In political science, an LDC is a least developed country.
True.
Correct. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa.
True.
Correct. .edu domains are not for sale.
False.
Incorrect. In theater, blocking a scene is speaking from off stage.
True.
Incorrect. The Wii U is made by Nintendo.
True. True.
Correct. India has had Jewish communities since at least 100 AD. True. Correct. Dennis Lehane wrote The Road.
False.
Correct. A control group is observed unchanged.
True. True.
Correct. And we got 9 of them. Zamboni is actually the name of the inventor of the machine itself, not Italian for ice scraper. Mapping out movements for a scene during rehearsal is blocking a scene, not something off stage. And Cormac McCarthy wrote The Road, not Dennis Lehane. And I think those were only false statements we had. You got 6 out of the 9 we got to, so $60 for Drummond, Yukon. That's how we do it. Colton, I'll need the answers from you. Again, you can talk to your teammates. Ready to go? 30 seconds on the clock, and go. Lucy Maud Montgomery wrote the Little House on the Prairie books.
False.
Correct. Singapore was once part of independent Malaysia.
False.
Incorrect. The country once called Zaire is now known as Angola.
False.
Correct. Disney's dog with a blog is named Martha.
False.
Correct. Gottfried Gilbert invented calculus at the same time as Isaac Newton.
False.
Correct. Ireland is the first country to complete its Eurozone crisis recovery plan.
True.
Correct. The lowest female singing voice is mezzo-soprano.
False.
Correct. Fritters are fried items.
True.
Correct. The G in PNG file stands for graphics. You can answer.
True.
That's correct. Our false statements, Anne of Green Gables is what Montgomery wrote, not the Little House series. Zaire is now known as the Democratic Republic of Congo, not Angola. The Disney dog on the blog is Stan, not Martha. Leibniz with Newton on the calculus, and alto, basically, the lowest female singing voice. And Yukon, you got 8 out of the 9 we got to, so $80. Drummond 60. Hands on the buzzers now, gentlemen. We have 6 minutes, 12 minutes, let's do that again. 6 minutes, 12 questions. We'll get this right. Ready to go? Pop culture, the first category. The jocks play casket ball, and the popular girls are fear leaders. Draculaura, Frankie Stein, and Claudine Wolfe are students at what school? It's Drummond, Tyler.
Monster High.
In the popular line of Fashion Dolls by Mattel. Now here comes your bonus question. The students at Mattel's Monster High are the offspring of famous monsters. Cleo de Nile's father is the Mummy. Who is the mother of her boyfriend, Deuce Gorgon, whose mohawk is a row of snakes?
Medusa.
Medusa is that monster we needed. Here's the toss-up now. Literature. She calls the narrator Fred after her brother and was married to a Texas veterinarian. Creator Truman Capote referred to her as an American geisha. Drummond, Miles.
Holly Golightly.
Who is this protagonist of Breakfast at Tiffany's? Holly Golightly. Literature bonus. On what continent does Evelyn Waugh's fictional character, Sebastian Flight, find a measure of peace near the end of his life?
Asia.
No, it's actually Africa. All right, toss-up. History for both teams. It lasted less than half an hour, with more than 600 Mexicans but only 9 Texans killed. In what battle? Yukon. Nathan.
The Battle of the Alamo?
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question for Drummond. In what battle did Sam Houston's soldiers, Drummond, Aaron?
The Battle of San Jacinto.
Remember Goliad and remember the Alamo, San Jacinto. History bonus. He was captured at the Battle of San Jacinto, sneaking away dressed as a common soldier, but cut a deal with the U.S. to be released. What Mexican general called himself the Napoleon of the West?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana is what we needed. All right, science now. Toss up. An elastic one conserves both energy and momentum. Yukon. Tristan.
Collision.
We are looking for an event where 2 objects make contact. Collision is what we are looking for. An early buzzer, but you knew right where we were going. Science bonus now. Binoculars use reflective ones. Snell's law governs their behavior. Isaac Newton proved they don't create colors. What are these glassed objects that can split white light into a spectrum?
Prisms.
Prisms is what we needed. So on the board there with that question and toss-up. Fine arts now. We have an image that is needed. So both teams take a look at the big screen in the studio. Fine arts, the category. What Victorian created this image of God putting a compass upon the face of the deep for his book Europe, a Prophecy? His other books include The Song of Loss and Songs of Innocence. Drummond, Aaron.
Blake.
William Blake is that author. Again, an image is needed, so once again, look at the screen for your fine arts bonus question. What Victorian poet and artist used his mistress, Fanny Cornforth, as a model for this painting? I need an answer.
Tennyson.
No, it was actually Rossetti. All right, the music means it is time for our Award Petroleum Oklahoma history question. A correct answer worth $10 now, an additional $240 at the end of the game. We always start with the team to my right. So Yukon, first up. Again, it's a multiple choice. You can talk about it, Colton, before you give me the answer. What was another name for the Great Western Cattle Trail, which ran through Indian Territory between Doan's Crossing and Laverne? A, Chisholm Trail. B, Santa Fe Trail. C, Dodge City Trail.
I'd say C. Dodge City.
C, Dodge City Trail.
That is correct. You get the Award Petroleum Oklahoma history question. $10 now. We'll give you the rest later. Okay, here we go, Drummond. Same thing, Miles. I'll need the answer from you. Multiple choice. Give the former name of the Oklahoma town of Maysville. It was so called because of the cattle that were driven through on their way to Purcell. A, Beef Creek. B, Steer Clearing. C, Cow Pass.
B.
It was actually A, Beef Creek was the name for Maysville. I like Maysville a lot better. All right, hands back on the buzzers. We have a toss-up. History. At 10, he was chosen to rule with his disabled brother Ivan. His modernizations, Yukon, Nathan.
Peter the Great?
That is correct. I had Peter the First, so I want to make sure he was also the Great. Yes, but that was part of the question. Then he had the epithet the Great. Here's your bonus from history. Its name comes from Russian for to think or to consider. What name was given to first the Tsar's Advisory Council, but is now the name of the current Russian parliament?
Duma.
Duma is the name of that parliament. All right, here's your toss-up, and an image is necessary. So both teams take a look at the screen here in the studio. Geography is the category. Soviet irrigation for cotton farming. Drummond, Tyler.
The Aral Sea.
Continued in Uzbekistan. This lake is now 10% of its original size, the Aral Sea. Geography bonus. Of the largest inland bodies of water, what was the rank of the Aral Sea before 1960? I need an answer.
Third.
You were very close. Fourth. It was right behind Lake Victoria, which is third. Science, toss up, both teams. They have a Mohs hardness of 9 and consist primarily of corundum. T-trace amounts of other elements like iron and titanium can give them any color except Yukon. Tristan.
Quartz.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question for Drummond. The elements like iron and titanium can give them any color except red. What are these usually blue gemstones? Tyler.
Sapphires.
Sapphires. You're shaking your head no, but sapphires is right. Science bonus, an image is necessary, so again, look at the monitor. Drummond? Defining 3 on the Mohs hardness scale. This form of metamorphosed limestone was used by Vikings to determine the sun's direction on cloudy days.
Big quartz or quartz? I think it looks like quartz. Looks like quartz.
Quartz?
It's actually calcite or Icelandic spar. So I got that part right anyway, that metamorphosize or whatever the heck it was. All right, there's the end of round 1. Drummond has the lead, $150. Yukon, $120. Very tight match after first round. We have a long flash round coming up where that score can change very quickly. Stay with us on Mind Games, the high school edition.
Henry Repeating Arms is a family-owned business. My family has been in the gun business since 1911.
At Henry, we make sure every part of every rifle is made in America.
Like gun barrel quality steel from Ohio, extruded steel and brass castings from Pittsburgh, and the finest American walnut from Missouri.
We take pride in making state-of-the-art rifles that are made right here in the USA.
We machine our own barrels, our own bolts, and deliver an American-made rifle that you would be proud to own.
Order a Henry rifle today and own your own piece of American history.
Pretty good.
Call now for a free Henry catalog and a list of dealers in your area, plus a free decal. Call now.
Both the Smiths and the Johnsons have well water. The Smiths called Hydrocare and bought the Iron 300X. The Johnsons didn't. The Smiths have clean, fresh water throughout the house. The Hydrocare Iron 300X has a unique 3-stage process that removes sediment, iron, manganese, and odors without the hassle of tanks.
How do I get Hydrocare?
For just $7.99, get great well water. Call or visit Hydrocare today.
More Oklahomans are getting off Social Security disability and going to work than ever before. They get help from DRS, and taxpayers save more than $15 million every year.
DRS helped me train and get paid for the work I do.
So I don't need a disability check anymore.
And now I'm a taxpayer rather than someone on disability benefits.
If you get disability benefits and want to work, call the Oklahoma Department of Rehabilitation Services, 1-866-882-4515. Together, we make it happen.
Sometimes bad guys make the best good guys. The rich and powerful take what they want. We take it back.
It's 20 pounds of crazy in a 5-pound bag.
Let's go and talk somewhere a little less formal, eh?
Ah! Come on, babe. I'm just very good at what I do. You just kill a guy with an appetizer?
Maybe.
We provide leverage.
Sunday at 7 on My KSBI.
And welcome back to this quarterfinal matchup of unbeaten. Drummond has the lead, $150. Yukon, $120. But in this flash round, that score can change very quickly. We start with the team in the lead. That will be Drummond. This is 1 minute or 15 questions, whichever comes first. Again, Miles, I'll need you to give me the answer, but you can talk about it. Ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 60 on the clock, and go. Jared Leto goes by Bartholomew Cubbins on his 30 Seconds to Mars videos.
True.
Correct. Jesse James and his gang hid out in Carlsbad Caverns.
False.
Correct. Bourgeoisie is a French term for the nobility.
True. True.
Incorrect. The Ring in the Book is Tolkien's earliest epic poem.
False.
Correct. Petroleum is a finite resource.
False.
Incorrect. Radiohead guitarist Johnny Greenwood wrote the music for There Will Be Blood.
True.
Correct. Benzene is another name for cyclohexane.
False.
Correct. Sochi, host city for the 2014 Winter Olympics, has a subtropical climate.
False.
Incorrect. Hirohito was a child emperor during World War II.
False.
Correct. Don Pasquale is an opera seria.
True.
Incorrect. Jonathan Martin left the Miami Dolphins because of harassment.
True.
Correct. Cyndi Lauper wrote the book for the Broadway musical Kinky Boots.
True.
Correct. A slug pound is a measure of torque.
False.
Correct. Sierra Leone was a French colony.
True.
Incorrect. William Wordsworth wrote the play Our American Cousin.
True.
That is incorrect. You did get to all questions, though. So you had a shot at all of them. Our false statements. The James Gang, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, never really hit out New Mexico. Bourgeoisie is the capital is middle class, not the nobility. The Ring in the Book was written by Robert Browning, not Tolkien. cyclohexatrine instead of cyclohexane. That was kind of tricky. Hirohito was a middle-aged, not a child, during World War II. Don Pasquale is an opera buffa, not a Syria, and I don't know what the difference is. A slug pound was a foot pound for torque. There are a lot of false in this round. British colony, Sierra Leone, and Tom Taylor wrote Our American Cousin. So Drummond up to 240. That means Yukon, you need 12 to tie. 13 will take the lead. Again, 60 seconds, 15 questions, whichever comes first. We have a new player for this round. Christian Loveland, a junior, is to my right, closest to me. All right, ready to go? Again, Colton, I'll need you to give me the answers. 60 seconds on the clock, and go. Carl Sandburg's poem Fog talks about little pig's feet.
False.
Correct. Machiavelli's The Prince advocates for perpetual revolution.
False.
Correct. Anderson Cooper's mother is Gloria Vanderbilt.
True.
Correct. RuPaul's actual name is Ronald Andre Charles.
False.
Correct. Martin Bashir resigned from MSNBC after his comments about George W. Bush.
False.
Correct. Salvador Dali was from Paris.
False.
Correct. Polio inoculations began in the early 1960s.
False.
Correct. In an acute triangle, all angles are less than 90 degrees.
True.
Correct. Kuwait borders Iran.
False.
Correct. When not running, Roger Bannister worked in medicine.
True.
Correct. Louis Gottschalk was an Austrian composer.
False.
Correct. Carbon dioxide emissions are the leading cause of acid rain.
True.
Incorrect. F.W. de Klerk was involved in ending apartheid.
False.
Incorrect. Sharon Adder wrote the absolutely true diary of a part-time cowboy.
True.
Incorrect. The name Gideon means destroyer.
True.
That is correct. True is correct. Those are all 15 questions. Both teams got to all 15. Sandberg's Fog had cat feet, not little pig's feet. Mao's Little Red Book on the Perpetual Revolution. RuPaul's actual name is RuPaul. Charles Andre. Bashir got in trouble for comments about Sarah Palin. Dali is from Spain, not France. Polio, first one's in 53, not the 60s. Gottschalk is from New Orleans, not Austrian. Sulfur dioxide emissions caused the acid rain. And Alexei wrote the absolute true diary of a part-time cowboy. Look at this. 12 correct. We have a tie. Yukon, 240. Drummond, 240. Round 3, the points are doubled. It comes down to that. Stay with us on Mind Games.
We get it. You're busy. Work, kids, life, and you need a car to get everyone everywhere they need to go. The last thing you need is to come to a dealership and fill out paperwork. And what about explaining your bad credit situation again and again? Now you don't have to. Just go to thekeyonline.com and complete your application from home. It usually takes about 15 minutes. Once approved, you can pick your vehicle from our online inventory and we'll have it waiting for you. The Key. Cars, loans, life.
If you have a dog, then you know that accidents happen. You've tried pads, but they just spill off the corner onto the floor. Tired of coming home to a mess every single day? There's gotta be a better way. Introducing the Bullseye Pee Pads, specifically designed so your dog only pees in the center. The problem with regular pee pads is that your dog will pee anywhere on the pad, which could be messy. But the Bullseye Pee Pads have concentrated pheromones that attract your dog right to the center of the pad only. Now your dog hits the target every time, guaranteed. Bullseye. It even locks in odors and releases a pleasant scent. The revolutionary Bullseye has pheromones right in the center of the pad. Plus, the ultra-absorbent quilted material is filled with odor-eliminating micro-lock beads that absorb and hold the liquid. Watch, we poured the same amount of liquid onto both pads. See it run off a leading competitor's pad, but not the Bullseye pad. And even when we add more, it still stays off the floor for all-day use. The Bullseye is the best for puppy training and teaches your dog exactly where to go outside too, so your grass will never look like this again. No one likes to go out in the snow or cold pouring rain. The Bullseye keeps you both inside warm and dry. And the Bullseye is a must if you live in an apartment. Your dog will never need to wait for the elevator again. Stop using pads that leak on the floor or worse, onto your carpets. With the Bullseye, you'll never clean a mess again. Call now and get 24 Bullseye pee pads for only $12.99. If you order right now, we'll send you 6 more pads absolutely free. That's 30 pads. But wait, order now and you can double the offer and get 30 more. Plus, you can also get our famous Crazy Critter. This stuffing-free toy equals hours of fun for the dog you love. The Bullseye pee pads, just $12.99. Call now.
Call 1-800-509-1761. But hurry and get a special offer on a second set of Bullseye pee pads with your order. But you must call now. 1-800-509-1761.
Oh, say, we're back for a half minute to tell you how happy we are to be able to visit in your home by way of KSBI.
Every Week in Search of the Lord's Way has a timely Bible-based message for you and for your family. Our program originates in Edmond, and we're sponsored by Churches of Christ all over the state of Oklahoma.
So you have an invitation to visit one of these churches at your first opportunity. Oh, I hope you will. And tell them thanks for the search program. We love you.
Tonight, the first of our quarterfinals. Two teams that have both won twice to get here, and it couldn't be closer. Yukon, $240. Drummond, $240. We have 5 minutes remaining, 11 questions, whichever comes first. Point values doubled. Good luck, Yukon. Good luck, Drummond. Hands on the buzzers. History, the first toss-up. He was born in Toadsuck, Texas. In 1931, he faced off with Texas Governor Ross Sterling over a bridge near Durant. Who was this colorful Oklahoma governor who took a revolver to the Red River War? Drummond, it's Aaron.
Alfalfa Bill Murray.
Alfalfa Bill Murray. I'm not related to him, but that's who we're looking for. Your history bonus. Which U.S. national park was established first?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone is that park. Current events, toss-up. What car company that has produced only 3 models so far issued a voluntary recall for its Drummond, Tyler?
Tesla.
For its Model S in January, the chargers were overheating. Tesla. Your current events bonus. What car company won the 2014 Motor Trend Car of the Year award for its CTS? I need an answer.
Mazda.
Actually, it was Cadillac. All right, geography and an image is needed, so both teams take a look at the monitor for this geography question. Including the statue of William Penn at the very top, this building was the tallest in the world from 1901 until 1908. It is the City Hall of what city? Yukon, Nathan.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia City Hall with William Penn on top. Your geography bonus. For almost 4,000 years, until 1311 A.D., this was the tallest man-made structure in the world.
Great Pyramid of Giza.
Pyramid of Giza.
Pyramid of Giza is that structure. Pop culture now, both teams. She was voiced by Ming Na, and her singing was performed by Lea Salonga. Who is the Disney heroine who drastically changes her appearance for Yukon? Christian.
Mulan.
Mulan. She changed her appearance for the one that she loves and saved China from the Hun invasion. Your pop culture bonus. As Mulan prepares to meet the town matchmaker, she receives an apple for serenity, beads of jade for beauty, and a cricket for luck. What is she given for balance?
Pool with water on it?
A pole of water.
A pole of water?
Yeah.
A pendant. She was a pendant just around the neck there. All right. All right. Fine arts. It is a video. So I want you to take a look at the screen for this video clue in fine arts. All right. He proved for his friend Leland Stanford that a horse's hooves all leave the ground while galloping. What subject of the Philip Glass opera, The Photographer, used photography to analyze motion? The subject was Edward Muybridge. Literature, toss-up. Live all you can. It's a mistake not to, wrote Henry James in this novel. In what book does Lambert Struthers travel from Massachusetts to Paris to intervene in Chad Newsom's affairs? Drummond, Aaron.
Turn of the Screw.
That is incorrect. I have finished the question, Yukon. Nathan.
A Tale of Two Cities?
No, it was actually The Ambassadors is the name of that work. History toss-up, both teams, and we're still tied. He hosted the European World's Ambassadors at the Congress of Vienna in 1815. What Austrian statesman? Yukon, Nathan.
Metternich.
Served as Chancellor under Francis I. Metternich is correct. Your history bonus. What czar accompanied Russian Foreign Minister Count Karl Robert Nesselrode to the Congress of Vienna?
Alexander the Second.
It was actually Alexander I, so you were very close. All right, literature, both teams. Anna first sees him at the train station and then dances with him at the ball. Who is this Tolstoy character who seems poised to marry Kitty but turns his attentions to Anna Karenina? Drummond, Miles.
Count Vronsky.
Vronsky is that character. Your literature bonus now. In Anna Karenina, who marries Kitty? I need an answer.
John.
His first answer was somebody Russian. The second bell went off. Levin. And he is Russian. Okay, science, toss up, both teams. Uranoborg, his creation, was where he made the most accurate observations of his time. What Danish astronomers' observations were used by Johannes Kepler to establish Drummond? Aaron.
Copernicus.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question. What Danish astronomers' observations were used by Johannes Kepler to establish the laws of planetary motion? Nathan.
Brahe.
Brahe is that Danish man. Science bonus. This Danish physicist provided the theoretical underpinning for fixed electron orbits by treating electrons as waves. A radius 52.9 picometers is known as his radius. Who was this 1922 Nobel Physics laureate?
Planck?
No, it was Bohr, Niels Bohr. And there's the bell. And Yukon on the last question has won it. $340, Drummond $310. We have a little bit more to give out, though, and we will do that when we return to Mind Games. Stay with us.
Based on the incredible true story.
You had a grandpa named Pop, right?
Died when I was your age.
I saw him in heaven.
Is this him?
That's Pop.
A must-see movie for the whole family. I want to believe him.
It's beautiful.
Heaven is for real. Now on digital HD.
There are two big mistakes you or a family member can make buying Medicare supplement insurance. One, choosing the wrong plan. There are many choices, and they can be confusing. You need a knowledgeable professional to help select the right plan for you. Two, paying too much. The Medicare benefits of each plan are the same, no matter which insurance company you choose, but the cost can vary tremendously, which is why you need SelectQuote Senior. An experienced SelectQuote professional will carefully explain the pros and cons of each plan. Then, impartially shop a select group of highly rated insurance companies like these to help find your best rate. Get the expertise and savings SelectQuote is known for.
Just call 1-800-277-6606. 1-800-277-6606. SelectQuote Senior. We shop, you save.
Three-way poncho. It's my problem solver. This is my one go-to outfit that gives me so many incredible looks.
Wear it at the office. Then simply pull off the shoulder for a look that's just right for a night on the town. And the next day, three-way poncho will have you ready for carpool. Tired of uncomfortable clothing? Three-way fits every figure to camouflage flaws and show off your assets. With so many looks, you'll see why everyone wants a three-way. You could pay $50 or more for this go-to garment. But now through this special TV offer, you'll receive Suzanne's three-way poncho in black for just $19.99. And as a bonus, we're offering a second three-way poncho for half price. Flattering, easy-to-fit three-way poncho. Sizes fit small through plus sizes. And it's as soft as your favorite t-shirt. An easy-to-care-for, wrinkle-resistant fabric.
Call 1-800-790-6512.
And get your three-way plus a second three-way for half price.
Three-way poncho, that is.
That's two three-way ponchos at one great price. Call or go online now.
The Centennial Rodeo Opry brings country music to the Oklahoma stage. Watch the Centennial Rodeo Opry, Sunday nights at 8 on MyKSBI-TV.
One of these days, these two have got to meet in the championship game because it always comes down to this, and it came down to the last question again between these two great champions. Yukon wins at $340, $310 for Drummond. Yukon did get the Oklahoma Ward Petroleum Oklahoma history question, so Yukon $580 for this trip. Drummond, your $310 added to your previous, you're over $1,200 this trip to Mind Games. Thank you so much. Great team. And again, all the excitement you brought, it's been incredible. Yukon, you're now over $1,600, and you are coming back for the semifinals, our first semifinalist. Congratulations. Still able to defend your title. Got to win it twice more. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the college version of Mind Games. So long, everyone.
Mind Games is a production of KSBI Television in Oklahoma City, made possible by the Chickasaw Nation.